Back at Nico's.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will. Just how long have you known Labino?
André? We met at college. He helped me out when I was a fresher. Showed me around, that sort of thing.
You never told me that before. I thought he was just a working acquaintance.
So he is. I rarely see him these days. You know, he hasn't changed much. A little lesser at the front, perhaps. I'd forgotten how much fun he could be.
Oh boy. Georgie, are you getting jealous?
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are
Yeah.
you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
I think that's all I can do for now.
I'd better get back to the quest.
So let's go to Montfaucon. I think that's where you're supposed to go next. First, let me save my game. Chalice and Knight. Alright. So, I believe it's supposed to come here for some reason.
The chalice from the mausoleum was obviously of superior workmanship, but grimy and tarnished.
Right. Okay, so if you remember back in the Montfaucon place, there's the guy who's like polishing something. And I think we need him to polish this thing so we can find out what it's saying. Hopefully this will give us a clue of what to do next. Plus he might know more about the missing knight, so let's ask him.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Well, you see, you have more to say now.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was
Oh, yeah.
as old as the church.
Oh, man.
Oui, a terrible loss.
Yeah, I hear you talk about that.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Yes, we need it
That'd be
polished.
very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so while he's doing that, we have to look at this.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell.
Mm-hmm.
A very Spanish bell. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. I could see per disciplinum meum lux videbus. Sounds pretty familiar to me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that.
Per disciplinum. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. On the end of the staff was some kind of... A statue of a knight. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Okay. This statue is, I think, is definitely the missing knight we're looking for.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Alright, so we have to keep looking around. We're not done yet.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Is there anything else we can look at? Let's see here.
A stone knight lay in full stone, carrying all that armor around.
We went through all that.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Okay, and let's look at another one over here.
A knight there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
Anything else here?
I didn't have time to sit around. A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies.
Good man, George.
Whoa!
What the fuck was that all about?
Somehow it looked more modern than its neighbor. In comparison to its neighbor,
Anything else supposed to be checking here?
I didn't recognize. Per disciplinum, a bit of a stain, hoping for a...
Is he done
The
yet?
priest was still busy with the chalice.
Yeah, there's something else to do around here and I can't remember. Let's see. Nope, nothing. I feel supposed to do something with this statue and I just don't know what it is. Oops.
On the end of the staff.
We're supposed to do something with this statue, I know it. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Oh, they wants to go to the sewer. Okay, never mind. Alright, so I need to go to the sewer. Let's go down there then. So to the sewer. That's where it wants to go next, so that's where we'll go. Alright, so let's look around here. Let's see what we got here.
The hook lay in a bed of chain. The wall had flaked, and the wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked, and I wondered why. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Oh, he's supposed to break this wall. Oh, shit.
Hey, that's hollow. I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Let's do it.
Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
So we need something to... Can we use my tool again here?
I'd pulled the lever right over. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Interesting.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Oh, the chain! Right. Now use the chain to pull the mechanism. Oh, that's what you're supposed to use it for. And then use that. Oh, cool. Cooliex problem solver. Perfect. Sorry, let me try again. Perfect. Fuck yeah, let's go. Whoa, what is this? I'm scared.
In the beginning was the end.
Wait!
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
Ah, so loud.
In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and
That's the doctor that killed what's his
That's
face.
not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering. not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Yep.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
See if there's any clues down here I can look at.
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it. There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle I could see words inlaid into the stone. On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases, Non omnis moriar and Clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
Interesting. That's all we can use from here. Okay, same thing.
The water seemed to belong to an underground river or something. It was way too deep to belong to the catacombs.
Okay, so they came from outside. Okay. I think that's all we need for the guy to finish the chalice.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
George. Let's save. Secret meeting with the Templars.
If I wanted to get deeper into these...
Shut up, George. Shut up, George. I'm sorry, I just tried to click the ladder and you clicked that thing instead. Alright, we're good. So, are you done yet?
The priest was still busy with the...
Okay, not done yet. Alright, so next unless I gotta look around downstairs and I'm not finished here yet. Okay, let's check over here. So we got the secret meeting and now we know, now we've seen the Templar dudes and they're looking for a sword. That must be the secret treasure that everybody's looking for.
My medieval friend, maybe.
Oh wait, I forgot something. I know we're supposed to do that thing down there. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. I know it goes here. The tripod. Duh. 3 holes. Booyah.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
I'm such an idiot. It just hit me too. I was like, wait a minute. 3 notches? And then the jewel.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays.
That's so
and
cool.
each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
Marib.
Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Perfect. That's what we need to do. I'm such an idiot.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the Broken Sword.
That's the name of the game!
Whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Booyah.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
No, we don't need it no more. Yep. It's done its job. So we can go.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Can't go back to my facility. Oh, can I? Is he done yet? Like, can I? Oh, the thing's closed now. Because I don't need to go down
You're
there.
back.
Me, I have returned.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you back here again.
No? Well, it is a strange thing, but I am here on duty.
On duty? But you're just sitting there drinking wine.
No, I am not just drinking wine. I am undercover.
I must be missing something. You're in uniform.
Precisely, monsieur. My cover is that of an indolent, wine-guzzling police officer.
Got me convinced.
Merci. But in reality, my every muscle is poised, every nerve honed. I am drawn tight, ready to pounce. Dang!
Who or what were you planning to pizzang on?
You must have heard, monsieur, of the terror that is gripping Paris.
You mean the killings? Oh, at last, someone's taken action.
People die every day. No, I am on the trail of Sewer Jacques.
No, what?
Sewer Jacques, the terror of the subterranean city. He pops up here, he pops up there. The cops, they seek him everywhere. Is he so hush or beneath the neck? That damned elusive Sewer Jacques.
Bravo, that's very good.
Merci. I was up half the night writing that.
Wow.
Who is this Sewer Jacques character anyway?
Ah, if we but knew that, we could have him in custody in an hour. But he is cunning. To despoil the sewers of our fair city, he has committed many deceptions. He has pretended to be a police officer and deluded a poor war veteran.
What?
Oh.
He has pretended to be a jongleur
Wow, is that the time?
and an American tourist. What nationality are you, monsieur?
Canadian. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Well, it's not everyone who can say they started an urban myth.
It's not looking for me because I keep opening sewers. That's awesome. Anyway, are you done yet, sir?
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Well, they say we're not done yet, so I guess we can go now. We've done our business here. Let's go to the museum first. I'm not supposed to go to Syria, but I really just want to check around, make sure there's something I'm missing here.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Nothing new. Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay, nothing new here. Alright, cool. Then we are good to go. Alright, let's go to Syria.